and a major city yet to be determined in Russia.
Damn you! God damn you all to hell!
As a physician and surgeon, I have great admiration for medical professionals, scientists, and all who are working around the clock to curb the spread of COVID-19. I am also a man of faith.
Wayne Goodsell. I would hope everyone agrees that murdering for money is a very serious crime and shouldn't be done. If you can't agree with that, what the hell is wrong with you? With a viral outbreak that we have with coronavirus, everybody was warned by the health professionals from the beginning that we needed to send everybody home. No more work unless you were working at the hospital, and even police, send them to the station at least to be on call so that we don't have a spread. But Russell M. Nelson, Governor Herbert, and Trump refused to do so. Trump has come out and exposed that, yeah, he wanted to do that on purpose, wanted everybody exposed. And we know his motivation is for compromise. I did that video this morning. But Herbert and Nelson did it for money. Nelson specifically for money, for the church that he's the CEO of. Governor Herbert did it for businesses over Utah lives. By opening up too early, they violated the warning of the health professionals. Far more testing needed to be done. We were still having cases. Herbert specifically sent people home who tested positive. And then he opened up everybody on the 15th, and then school. And we're doing over 1,000 per day now of new cases. Deaths are beginning to rise. We're almost at 500, I believe. Yep, 4 shy of 500, but that's just of what was reported from who had been tested. Again, Herbert was slow to respond in the beginning. So there were a lot of people who died who didn't get tested. And so it was chalked up to something else because they weren't tested. Convenient, huh? And so all of this was preventable. We just had to stay home when the health professionals told us in the beginning we all needed to stay home. And I know in retrospect you all hated it. You couldn't wait to get out of the home. So on the 1st, when Herbert lifted it for southern Utah, everybody lifted it. We're free! It's all clear! There's no more threat. And it rose. The church, likewise. So with the church, you have to be a full tithe payer. As a baptized member, you have to pay a full tithe. You can't enter the temple unless you're a full tithe payer. Guests for weddings can now go without paying tithing. You don't even have to be a member now. Nelson made that change. But the bride and groom must be full tithe payers. That money goes straight to the church. When Nelson held those 2 fasts, so that the coronavirus would disappear magically, Mormons are required to pay fast offerings. And they're told to pay generous fast offerings because there's no obligation to. So it's not like tithing. But Nelson also opened up the mission fields again, sent people back out into the mission field, and thus the missionaries have to pay for their missions, or they get from the missionary fund, because the church ain't going to pay it for you. It all comes from donations. LDS charities, all from donations. And so the money they get from all these donations, we learned from Ensign Peak Associates that they take it, about 10%, and invest it. So they profit off of everything. All the donations to help the poor and the needy, the sick and the afflicted, and the tithing, which is a mandatory requirement. They put your lives at risk. You may know somebody who died. 500, I'm thinking that there's at least 7 degrees of separation now. Kevin Bacon thing. And we've heard about them in the news, the important people anyway. Missionary couples. Elder Gong now has it. He might survive. He seems young enough, fit enough maybe. Don't know his medical history, but he could survive. Not like Trump, who, if he does have it, is expected to die any day now, just like Herman Cain. Do you understand why I'm an LDS critic? You don't murder to get gain. We know this as Mormons. It's in our scriptures. The whole concept of murder to get gain is very frowned upon. Cain killing his brother Abel, and others who likewise did the same in the Book of Mormon. But that's what the church is doing. Murdering to get gain. They are receiving money as our lives are placed at risk by going to church, going to the temple, going to work for the church, going on missions for the church. And so likewise with Herbert, if you went back to work because of the extortion threat that you'll lose your job and there's no money anymore for you, no $600 a month in compensation, that's gone now. And I can understand $600 is not compared to what you were making, even if it was minimum wage. That's the extortion threat. They put your lives in danger so that they can make money. And for Herbert, he put the economy businesses over your lives. The economy is more important to him than you are. Murder to get gain. He gets donations from these companies. And so, indirectly, he has been paid. I hope you understand that. This is not the Church of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ does not sacrifice human life to make money. And if you think he does, what the hell is wrong with you?